Fine Dining. I'm your host, Remy Fine. Today we're going to be making Ahi Tuna poke. What I love about this recipe is how simple it is and how trendy it is. So you're going to be impressing all your friends. Before we get started, let's just go through our ingredients. We have sushi rice, pepper, salt, soy sauce, olive oil, sesame oil, and rice vinegar. We also have some sesame seeds, our Ahi Tuna. Make sure to get sushi grade. You can get this at a Whole Foods or Central Market. Also some dill, green onion, and of course my favorite, avocado. So I have 1 cup of rice here, which I'm just gonna pour in here. 1 1/4 cup water. Once it gets to boil, we can reduce the heat and let it simmer. All right, now onto our cucumber salad. We are just gonna chop the cucumber, and you wanna make sure to nick the edges because that lets the cucumber soak up more of the liquid. And to start, we're gonna put the salt. The important thing about putting the salt first is that it absorbs a lot of the water that the cucumber produces. Next, we're gonna put our rice vinegar. This is what's gonna give it most of its flavor. And of course, just to even out the texture and the liquid, just a splash of olive oil. You don't need a lot. And we're gonna mix this all up and put just a hint of pepper. And our salad is ready to sit. So we're just gonna put this to the side here and let it sit so that all the cucumber soaks up that flavor. Next, we are gonna make our main course, which is the Ahi Tuna poke. So before we get started, we want to toast some sesame seeds. So we're just gonna put these out on a tray. I've done about like a teaspoon, nothing too much, and I'm just gonna put them in at the oven for a few minutes at 350. While those brown, we are gonna cut our main ingredients. We're gonna start with our green onion. Just throw those little heads out. And you wanna make sure this is super fine. If you have a chopper, if not, just you can bring this back together. Just make sure that it's extra fine. So now that our onion is all chopped, we're going to just take a touch of dill and chop it up for our poke. Also, this can go in the cucumber salad as a topping to kind of give it a little garnish. So to do that, you just take a little piece and you crumple with your hands and just let it go like that. So then everything sort of matches. All right, so we're gonna put this in our poke bowl. Now we are gonna cut our poke. So the thing about cutting tuna is that some people like tuna very thin and some people like tuna very thick. So it's really a preference. I like it a little thicker, so I'm gonna cut mine a little thicker, but if that's not what you like, just make it a little thinner. Okay, so now that we have all of our tuna in here with our green onions and dill, we're gonna put some soy sauce, some sesame oil, a touch of pepper, we can actually put a little more, and of course, my favorite ingredient, salt. Now, you always hear people tell you not to pick at your food, but I personally believe that you need to try it because as long as your hands are clean, you need to see how much seasoning you want. Because everyone's going to want a little more salt or a little more pepper or a little more soy sauce. So go ahead and try one of your little pokies and adjust it to how you like it. So let's see. We're going to put a touch more salt. See? And now it's perfect. All right. So we're just going to set our pokey aside and make my favorite part, the tower. So to do this, you're going to need a red Solo cup, my favorite ingredient, some sesame oil. You just put this. This is to help it slide right out. All right. So now we are going to put our tuna in our cup. And so now that we have this all ready, we are going to cut some avocado. Avocado really just adds a little something extra. So how I like to cut avocado is almost like a mango. So I cut it in slices and then you cut it this way. And then it allows you to just kind of pop it all out and it's all cut. So we're just going to put this down here on the tray. And we're going to put some avocado in. Finally, the best part of our little Ahi Tuna tower is that we are going to put the rice in this cup. And then just kind of move the cup so that it's all going to come out. So as you can see here, there's a space around the rice so that's not going to stick. We're going to grab a plate and we are going to put it upside down like that and just let it sit. Now while we let it sit, we're going to get our sesame seeds that we were toasting. So we're just going to take a few of our sesame seeds that we toasted, lay them here, pick up our tuna tower, throw a few sesame seeds on there for some final look, and we're all done, and we're going to serve that with a side of some cucumber. And the awesome part about this recipe is that you can customize it. So if you like spicy tuna, if you like crunchy onion, whatever you want, you can throw it on top and make it your own. All right, thanks for watching me on Fine Dining. I'm your host, Remy Fine. See you next time.